All right, I wanted to go over interior elevations really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and place an interior elevation in here and talk about how they work. So if I go to View, Elevation, if you go to the pull down, you'll get an option for an interior elevation. This is the default Revit interior elevation marker. So I'm going to pick that and I'm going to come in and you're going to see it kind of seeks out walls, right? So I'm just going to let it point towards that wall and left click. And you're going to see, I hit escape a couple of times, over on the left hand side it's going to give you one interior elevation 1A, which is this one. So if I rename this one, to like living room north, right? Right? You can do that. Now the way the interior elevations work is very similar to the other views. This is the pointer, and so the pointer is kind of like the section head, and what it's doing is it's cutting a section. It seeks out sort of room bounding objects and stops at them, so it's cutting a section right here and it's looking that way. Now you can come in and pick the body, so body pointer, and if you check this one you'll see it'll create another elevation, so I can rename that, right, living room east, and then I could come through and sort of turn each one of these elevations on, so south and west. So this would be and this would be, okay, so there's our elevations. And again, if you go through and pick the pointers, it's going to show you where those elevations are being cut. Now if you want to move that cut line, so you can move it up and down, you can also expand it and contract it, right? So however you want to do that. All right, so once you get those guys made, you can come in and these are actually set to the same size as the as the drawing here. So I'm going to select each one of those pointers and I'm just going to come in here and let's change them to 1/4 of an inch for right now. Right, so maybe that's good enough for us. You could have 1/2 inch. There's also an option for your interior elevations if needed. Now what I want to do is I want to place those on a sheet. So I'm going to go to new sheet and I'll just create a new one, right? And I'll come up to my interior elevations and I'll put my living room north up here, right? Now I don't really want all of these like sections and all that kind of stuff in there. So what I'm going to do is Control Z out of that and let's go to our living room north, and I'm just going to view hide VH the stuff that I don't want in here. Maybe I want to come in and go to annotate and draw a detail line that's thick around the overall, right? And then I'm going to come in here and maybe pull the crop region up to the floor right there. So just adjusting things. You could also come in and annotate, call out objects, or you can also dimension. So if you wanted to do a line dimension, from here to any part of this guy, right, to there, you could do that as well. Okay. Once you get this done, what I would do is right click on this and I would create a view template from view, and I'll name this interior elevation interior 01. Okay, and just save that. Then I can come in and apply this to all of these and it will update. It'll turn off all of the different things that I did in here. So once I've done that, I can come in and then if I pull these guys in, they're all going to be at 1/4 inch and they're all going to have all of that. Whoops, accidentally double clicked on that one. All of that's the sections and all that kind of stuff turned off, right? And then just kind of come in here and place them on the sheet. And that's basically how to create interior elevations in Revit. The next thing I'll do when I come back is talk about the elevation marker. Okay.